Okay, Ranger. About your garbage bag. About your garbage bag challenge. Okay. Use a garbage bag and my folding knife to make a weapon. Wasn't that what you said? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. No. Make a weapon. That was all it was. All right, my mistake. Part 3 was 10 bag challenge. Pocket knife and 10 bags. Well, I've got one set up over there already. We'll get to that in a minute. You started off, you wanted to braid a rope, braid cordage. Instead of using this sort of bag, which I'm going to tell you, they're not terribly strong, but they are good plastic. I'm going to use these. You recognize what that is, Ranger? The ubiquitous grocery bag. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to actually perform all these on video. I'm simply going to tell you how I'd do it. If I was in a survival situation and only had 10 bags, I'd have one of these or two of these, cut it right along there, cut it here right down the side, and then cut across this seam here. I would then have 2, plus this middle section would give me some cordage, braided. This is stronger plastic than this stuff, like you were using. Okay. Next, using this kind of bags. And I got a roll of them, so I've got at least 10 of them. Cover. Okay. I would far prefer one of these for cover, a 55-gallon drum liner. Bigger, heavier, black, it'll absorb heat and help keep you warm. And I got a bunch of those in the truck, so. You're talking about using a cup. Well, so long as I'm not crippled, and worse than I am already, and as long as I have the use of both hands and I have a knife, I'm not going to waste one of these on making a cup out of it. I'll get me a piece of wood and carve me a kooksa, and I'll have a cup. And I can boil in it, called rock boiling, to purify the water. You mentioned a solar still and a shower. Well, for the shower, back to black plastic liners, Ranger. The bags you were using that are, well, this is not identical, but it's pretty close. It won't work. Or it won't work half as well even. When you want to hang a bag out in the sun to warm up the water, because I like a warm shower, this is going to take 8 or 10 hours to warm up the water. Water put in black plastic, probably 2 or 3. See the point? This is better because it's black. Black absorbs the heat. I mean, now, solar still, yeah, it's a good idea, but you asked us to do something different. Okay, let me show you. I've already set one up that's different, but same idea for water. There you go. Can you see that, Ranger? That's an oak tree limb. Now, like you and I, the oak tree transpires. That means it breathes in and out. Only a tree breathes in carbon dioxide. We breathe that out. It also breathes out like we do. We breathe out carbon dioxide. We breathe in oxygen. That tree breathes in carbon dioxide and breathes out oxygen. But where you and I and that tree are all the same, when we breathe out, we exhale water in the form of vapor. By wrapping that bag and several more around limbs, and there are plenty to pick from here, but you want a broadleaf plant, not a pine tree. Well, I suppose you could do it with pine as well. It won't be as much, it won't be as good. See, pine is especially adept at not giving up moisture. So you want a broadleaf plant for this. And I've got plenty to pick from, as you can see. And it'll exhale water, and it'll collect, and in 24 hours, there'll be half a cup to a cup of water in the bottom of that bag. All I gotta do is come along, drain it off, and tie the bag closed again. Okay, now let me see if I can get this to shrink back down. Put you back onto my chair. Fortunately, I'm not going very far. Okay. Now, I think I've already done, I'm redoing this segment because it got corrupted or something. So I may be repeating here. But water wings, that's what you built with 2 bags and slung them under your arms to go swimming. Wouldn't be the way I'd do it. And I think I'm overlapping here, so I'm going to cut it off at that point and say, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, excuse me, part 2. I did start to say something about that and thought I'd already done it. I haven't. Make a weapon. Well, I got my knife. I got plenty of fresh green saplings to pick from. Whittle me a spear. I'm not going to kill a tree just to make a weapon for you. And then I'd use some of that plastic bag lashing material, lash my knife onto the front of it to make a real heavy point, so I'd have a good throwing spear. There you go, Ranger. Of course, I could always cut me a forked stick and make me a slingshot. That would require rubber, and you didn't suggest that, but since I have Ranger band material, I could always throw one of those together. All right, that's all for the moment. We'll catch you in the next segment.